Hello, everybody. I know this is last minute for some of you, so we really appreciate you taking the time to come and chat with us. We've been adding to this group for the last little while, and I know we've done a series of videos that kind of explains a little bit about Beachbody coaching. And I know some of you had some specific questions that we really do want to address today. But we also want to talk a little bit about, when things are officially launching and what that's going to look like and how you can get started. I think that's one of the biggest questions that we get the most often is, what does it look like for you to get started as a coach? And what we want to do is make sure that everybody that's in this group who's really excited to become a Beachbody coach or learn a little bit more about getting healthier, we want to make sure we do a live call kind of like this, but on a different platform so that we can see all your faces and we can get to know you before October. And so we're doing this as like a pre-call before a call next week. And so next week, what you're going to have the opportunity to do is invite someone that you know that wants to be a little bit more fit or be a little bit more healthy, or someone that you know that could possibly be a coach like you want to become. We want to give you the opportunity to let us explain what coaching has done for our life, because it has changed our entire life, and we just want to be able to share that with as many people as possible. If you've heard Miguel's story, he lost 80 pounds doing Beachbody workouts at home. And what that did for me, I haven't necessarily shared my story with you guys, but I was kind of the reluctant person. We had just had our third child, and it was a high-risk pregnancy. I couldn't work out. I watched him lose all the weight while I gained all the weight.
Isn't that what you do?
Yeah. And so really for me, how it started was I just wanted to feel better. I wanted to not hide in family photos. And there's a lot of things that I struggled with too at the beginning. Because I wasn't at my goal weight, I thought, well, who would want to be inspired by me and who would want to be coached by me? And the cool thing was I got to bring people along with me on my journey. And so that's why I share that. Because there are some of you in this group, your personal trainers, your instructors, you are super awesome at what you do. And the reason why I share that with you is because there are so many ways to coach.
Hey, Laura.
So I think what we want to make sure is that you guys understand all the different ways that there are to coach. There's the live instructor part where you can be, a lot of you are certified in Sandy, PIO, and you can teach classes. And then there's the other side where you might be at home and you want to be a little bit more fit, so you can do your workouts at home. And the cool thing is, because of this cool thing called the internet.
The internet.
We get to do this from home.
Yes, it's really awesome.
It's been an amazing, amazing opportunity for us. So we're going to go into all the details, and we want to invite you to bring people to this call. We'll post the link today so that you can invite people to this call next week. It'll be at night.
Yeah, it'll be at night, your nighttime, because that'll be better for you. So give me a heart thumbs up if you're excited about that. Are you excited about inviting people to join you on this journey? Because I think we've got to take this to another level, which is going to be great to have all you as the founding coaches of this entire incredible company in the UK. But what I really want is I want you guys to invite people that you're going to help, and people that possibly might want to be coaches with you, because I know a lot of you have people that want to be coaches with you. So it's going to be at night next week. We'll put the link on there for you guys. We're going to do it Wednesday or Thursday next week. When are we going to do it?
I think we'll do it Thursday.
So we're going to do it Thursday, so that's going to work great for you. It'll be about the same time, about 8 o'clock your time, so you can start planning for that. And so it's just going to be an event that you can invite people to. They can be a part of it, and it's going to be a whole new group. It's going to be a whole new group where you can add people that want to be coaches. So I think it'll be really cool for you. So if you get an invite, make sure you accept it.
Yeah, so there's just a few questions. So a lot of people are asking us how to get started. So officially, Beachbody UK launches when?
Yeah, so Beachbody UK, it was announced at Summit. It's we're having the official Sean T event on the 21st, which is a Saturday, and the Thursday before that Saturday is when the official date will be where you can sign up. I believe that's the 19th. You'll be able to sign up on the 19th of October, sign up as Beachbody coaches, and then on the 21st, we're gonna have the Shaun T event. Okay, that's the sign up date. We're gonna talk to you about what Beachbody coaches do exactly in a couple seconds here. But the other big thing I wanted to tell you is that we're gonna have a big team event on the Friday night. So on the Friday night, okay, before the Saturday, because we know many of you aren't in London. However, we know that many of you will be coming in for the Shaun T workout. We're going to do an event the night before, which will allow you to get here, attend our event. We're going to make sure you're all ready to go, that you're all set up, and then the following day you can attend the Shaun T workout at 9 a.m. Get to meet. How many of you are excited to meet Shaun T? Let me know in the chats if you are, because if you are, that's going to be pretty sweet. We'll make sure you get connected with him, get your photos with him, all that kind of good stuff. It'll be awesome to kickstart your business that way. Imagine signing up as a Beachbody coach a few days before, and then 3 days later you got your picture taken with Shaun T. I think that's going to be absolutely insane, and we're fired up. We're working out with him last week, and he's a great guy. He's more than fired up.
Do you remember when you met Shaun T the first time?
I remember when I met Shaun T the first time. It's funny because the picture, I'll post it later on, with me and Shaun T, it was after an hour, and well, actually it was after the entire certification for Shaun T's workout. So I got to meet him, but it was after like 8 hours of me doing workouts, and then Shaun T doing a full workout for about an hour and a half. So we both looked like complete death. Like,
you still looked pretty good.
I'm pretty sure we both looked like we're dying. It was awesome, but I'll post that later. So that'll be huge. So I want you to remind you of that, and then I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let Aaron answer some of your questions, but listen until the end, because at the end of the call, I'm gonna tell you how you can kind of put your stake in the ground later on today and tomorrow. I guess when you guys wake up, we're gonna have a form for you that you can fill in that's gonna have some goodies attached with it. So I'm gonna tell you that after Aaron answers some of the questions that you guys had.
You know how I met Shaun T the first time?
How'd you meet Shaun T?
I used my baby.
She did? I remember that.
I used our daughter. She was like 8 months old, and we were in Arizona, and he was walking around. Obviously, we were at an event, and I kind of said, you know, my baby really wants to meet you, and he was so excited. He was so sweet. So, you know, he was just, you know, as much as he
see if I can find that picture while you keep talking.
Butt on the videos, he is an absolute gem in person. And if you follow him on Insta stories, he's real. He talks about, you know, bad food that he like loves to eat, but you know, he's also talks about how to, you know, travel and still eat well. So in terms of one of the questions, you know, that you guys have getting started. So getting started is going to look different for each of you. And then what we'll do is that, you know, Miguel and I, obviously we're both coaches. So once you're ready to get started, you're on board, we set you up with the right way to get started. So whether you have Beachbody on demand or not yet, it'll look different for you. Maybe you have all the programs, it'll look different for you. The costs have not been solidified just yet, so we're not sure what it looks like, but just so you have a heads up, in the States, it costs $40 US to get started.
So that's probably what it'll be for you guys.
Right.
Now, you'll get an option, I'm hoping. What they did is they did a promotion that they kept going forever, basically, where you can sign up for free. Mm-hmm. And the way you sign up for free is you get what's called a challenge pack. And so a challenge pack is basically Beachbody on demand and Shakeology, and then the 21-day fix containers all rolled into one. And in the States right now, it's on sale for $160, and that waives the coaching fee, right? So it's not like it's $160 plus the coaching fee. So it's a high probability that to get started, so you can start planning now until the next couple of months, you'll need just about $160 to get the whole Beachbody on demand for 1 year, Shakeology, and the 21-day fix containers. Yeah,
because I think some of you are set up right now that you're on Beachbody on demand as quarterly members. So that changes, that can change for you to become a coach. So just be aware that if you are getting charged every quarter, which is every three and a half-ish months, that's what you're set up with. And we can always, you know, message you privately to kind of see where you're at and how we can make sure that it's the best fit for you. But the reason that we suggest the challenge pack with Shakeology is because you get all the programs. So for those of you guys who have Beachbody on demand, you guys know, I mean, you love Shaun T, you love your PIO, but I know there are some of you who are doing core de force and you love that too. So the cool thing is that there's a program literally on there for every single type of person. So maybe you're going to help someone who cannot do insanity.
Yeah.
That's why we always suggest to get started with the Beachbody All Access, because then you'll have access to everything so that you can try different things, right?
It's pretty awesome. It's like if you look at like most traditional trainers at gyms, right? They have their 1 or 2 programs they train in, right? And they do those movements and that whatever, and they work on them. So this is like everything. This is like $6,000 worth of programs that you can use at the drop of a hat. And Beachbody announced obviously a whole bunch of new programs last week that are coming. And should I tell them about the thing? We can't tell them about the thing. We're in a secret thing. It's a secret thing that we can't talk about. We're in a secret
thing, but we can't talk about.
What we can tell you is that Beachbody is always releasing new programs, and it is possible that some people may or may not end up being in that new workout program, literally in that workout program.
So how does that benefit them?
How does that benefit them?
Yes.
Well, as you know, we're the top international team in the whole company. There's never been a team that's grown as quickly as ours, mostly because of our training that you're going to start experiencing from this day moving forward. For those of you that are going to go all in with what we're going to talk about in a second, but obviously that's going to help you, because as you talk about Beachbody to other people, as you start training people, as you start helping people, and you're literally doing the workout, right? You'll be able to say, like, I know those people. Like, those people, they're actually our coaches. And so it just gives you yet another tool to use. And obviously the fact that, we're actually really good friends with many of the trainers with Beachbody, that's going to help you even further just to propel your business forward. So
yeah, so there's a few more questions that I just want to touch upon. But again, just to remind you guys, we are creating a separate event for all of you who are ready to go all in. Miguel's going to talk about that in just a minute. And that's going to really allow us to distinguish, who's really ready to get started with this. But someone asked about, is the model going to be of coaching? Is it going to be like the US, or is it going to be a separate for the UK? So not 100% sure exactly where you're kind of going with that. But if I can kind of guess, and if you're on the call, you can say that I'm totally wrong.
And also, if you're on the call and you're waiting for a specific question, just feel free to type it in and we'll answer it as well.
Totally type it in. So in terms of a coaching model, every team has a different model. And so I would say what has separated our team from the rest of the teams is that our approach isn't salesy. Our approach, we're not going to say, hey, go make a list of 100 people you know and go bug them. Our approach, we do a lot of social media training. So if you're not a tech person, it's totally okay. We are going to train you on how to do it super simple. But we really just focus on sharing our story and teaching you how to share your story. So it's not like go and sell to your family and friends. What we teach you to do is just show who you are. And I think that that's a really big differentiating factor.
Yeah, so I mean, in terms of the model with the US, Canada, and the UK, it's going to be it's all the same company. It's all Team Beachbody. It's all the same compensation model. It's all the same bonus structure. It's all the same, all the payout and all that. I know we don't like talking about finances, but at the end of the day, quite honestly, see, what I love about Beachbody is that the more income you make, the more people you can help, obviously. How many of you, by hearts, thumbs up, would love to, and I can't promise that you will, but would love to do this full time? How many of you would love to do health and fitness full time? Literally get paid for working out, eating healthy, and helping other people. That's you. That's what Beachbody does, and that's what it enables you to do. It enables you to kind of move your life forward based on health and fitness. That's what was so cool for us. When I lost the 80 pounds doing the workouts, I could have gained it again, but because I became a coach, and I was helping other people, that kept me going. And then, of course, as the income started coming in, and it didn't start crazy in the beginning, but as the income kind of came in, it allowed me to eventually, it took me, and again, I should say the disclaimer, Team Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody coaching opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own diligence, effort, and skill. So we're going to give you all those tools that you need to succeed. So it took me 13 months to leave my full-time job. I was making 6 figures at it. It took me 13 months for me to leave my full-time job. I was a Microsoft consultant to do this full-time Beachbody coaching. Completely changed my life. A year later, retired my wife from her corporate job. She started doing this Beachbody business full-time. A year after that, retired my mom and dad. And now they work for our business. And now, basically, we have a corporation, basically, that is responsible for over $35 million in sales out of Team Beachbody. So just to give you some numbers.
Yeah. So I mean, we were corporate people. So I used to work in human resources, and like it took Miguel a year and a half. It took me about 2.5 years for me to replace my full-time income. And this enabled us to stay at home with our kids. Right now one of our kids has poison ivy. So
do they have poison ivy? I don't know if they have that plant there, but
I don't know. But
it's a plant that makes you super itchy.
Yeah. Anyways, but I always used to stress as a mom, taking time off, and not being able to, calling in saying like my kids are sick, and just having that stress. And the cool thing is about this amazing opportunity is that, my kids can be home, they can be sick, and I can be there. And even for our relationship, when we both used to travel a lot, and we were like ships in the wind, right? Trying to, get things like
airplanes in the wind.
Yeah, airplanes, yeah. So I mean, we traveled quite a bit, and so this, for us, we get to work together. And I know that sometimes, I don't know, I was a little scared to work directly with you all the time, but I think it's worked out so well, just because we have, our relationship has completely changed, and we work so well together, and we kind of bounce amazing ideas off of each other. But so we're going to set up that separate event.
Yeah, was there other questions, or you want me to go into that next part? It's up to you.
A lot of it's how to get started too, and is it more about blogging, posting, live teaching?
Yeah, so I'll tell you a little bit about like kind of how I would start if I were to start from scratch in the UK, what I would do. Let me tell you that. I'm going to tell you what I would do. Okay, I was the top coach in Canada 4 years in a row. We were the first elite couple. We're the top international team. Here's what I would do if I was you right now in the UK, how I'd get started. So hopefully that wraps everything up for you, and then I'll tell you what the next steps are. So if I were you and I was a brand new coach in the UK or thinking of becoming a coach in October, I'd be doing two things right now like crazy. I'd be finding people, creating a network of people that I know want to get healthy. That's number one. I would find a network of people that I know want to get healthy, and I would start either writing their names down, putting them in notes on my phone, whatever I have to do to get a list of all those people. I'd start doing that like yesterday. The second most important thing I'd do is I'd be doing a Beachbody workout program. I'd make sure I'd have Beachbody on demand. I'd make sure I have great before and after pictures, okay? Whether you have them from before or whether you take them right now, it doesn't really matter. We don't really care where you're at, health and fitness right now, but what we do care is where you're gonna be at in October. Again, if that's you right now, this moment. And so I would make sure I have my before and after pictures. I'd pick a workout program, I'd crush that workout program, I'd make sure I just dominated that workout program and just made it happen and got the results. I'd take before and after pictures probably once a week, so I have those pictures because that's your story, that's your credibility, that's the fact that you did that is what's gonna make people believe. It's one thing to say Beachbody has great programs, that's one thing, that's a sales tactic, but it's a completely different thing to say I lost X amount of weight, I lost these pant sizes, I gained 5 pounds and I'm more muscular, whatever it is, that is your story. That is way more powerful. It's like when you see a movie trailer for a movie, you see it looks great, you're like, maybe I'll watch it, but when a friend comes to you and says, hey listen, like, I just saw this great movie. Do you want to go see it? Like, it was so good and mind-blowing. Well, if I told her that, she'd know that she wouldn't want to watch that movie.
I don't know.
She doesn't like my movies, but that's a big thing. Okay, so if I was a new coach, step one, find people that want to work out. Step two, start doing the workouts yourself. Start motivating people. I'd start following a lot of what Beachbody's doing within this group and make sure that you're kind of up to speed with everything. Step three, I'd probably find people that might want to become coaches as well. There's a lot of people out there like that want to get healthy, that would love to maybe start doing the workouts now with Beachbody on demand. Maybe you start your own. I would probably start my own challenge group, even though I'm not getting paid.
Yeah, this is what I was like. How we're talking about creating, finding people who want to work out with you. It's not about just messaging them and say like, here's a link, buy this program. I don't want you guys to do that. I want you guys to like develop relationships with these people.
Right.
Because that's the differentiating factor, right? It's not just about like, hey, here's a link to this, because that's not what we do, right? But, have conversations. Find out what people, where are people's pain points in their fitness journey. A lot of you guys are already in the fitness industry, right? And if you're not, people who are like, oh, I really wanted to wear that dress, or it didn't fit, or I went shopping and I hated shopping. It's bathing suit season. How many times have you heard from your friends who are like, oh, I dread going shopping for that? those are the people that you're going to want to build your relationships with, because those are the people who are going to be more interested once you share your story about what program you did, what weight you lost. They're going to be so connected with you.
Right, totally. And then the next step is I'd try and find people that might want to do the coaching with you. There's some people that probably want to do coaching. They'd love to maybe make an extra income. Maybe they're personal trainers that would love to make some income while they're not actually teaching the class. Maybe some residual. Maybe they want to do the virtual online thing. Whatever. If you can find those people that might be interested in Beachbody, everybody loves, the cool thing about Beachbody is everyone loves Beachbody. They love the brand, so it's not one of those things where they hear Beachbody and they're like, ooh. Like most people, they hear Beachbody, they're like, that's amazing, I want to get involved with it. They're literally coming out with running shoes now.
I know. They're very cool.
They're coming out with like a line of shoes, which is super cool, and so we're fired up about that. But anyway, so that's kind of what I would do. I'd start getting feelers out. I'd start maybe creating your own groups, and I know that sounds like a lot. I'm just giving you an overview, and then I'm going to tell you how we're going to help you get there, because all these things take steps, okay? The next thing I'd make sure is that I'm going to attend the event in London. That's key. I'm going to make sure I'm going to get to that event in London. I'd probably start thinking of how I can make that happen, where I'm going to stay, how I'm going to be able to get there the day before, and then work out at 9 a.m. and start figuring all that out. So here's what we're going to do in order to get through all those steps, because I know there's lots of steps there. We want to make sure you're super successful. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make an event, like I said. We're going to make an event that's going to happen next week. It's going to be next Thursday, 8 o'clock your time. And we're going to go into what is coaching. We're actually going to have a PowerPoint slide. So we're going to show you before and afters. We're going to show you how coaching works. We're going to talk more detail about our transformations, our stories. We're going to tell you all of it, all the coaching side of it. So if you have anyone that's interested in the coaching side, okay, not necessarily the health and fitness side, but specifically the coaching side. If you know someone that might want to be a Beachbody coach with you, then that would be the call for them. So make sure you attend that event, as well as that you invite anyone else that might be interested in it. And then come launch date, they would become your coaches, just so you understand that as well. They'd become your coaches, not our coaches, they become your coaches. And so we want to make sure that you get up and running really quickly. The last thing I want to say is, so what we want to do is we want to know who's all in, right? And so in order to do that, what we're working on right now is an electronic form that we're going to have ready to go for sure tomorrow for you. So when you wake up in the morning, you'll probably have it. And what that's going to be is we're actually coming out with a brand new team name that's going to be really cool. We're working on brand new logos, brand new team names. And what we're going to do is when you fill that form in, we're going to send you out a baseball cap, a really cool baseball cap that's going to be branded our team name with the UK in it. I think you're going to love the name that we've come up with for you guys, and it's going to be really cool. They're really high-end hats. We're also going to send you out a t-shirt. And then we're also going to give you a free ticket to our event on the Friday, okay? So if you fill in the form, that means you're going to go all in, that you will at launch date come October, that you're going to sign up as a coach with us. We're going to send you out a baseball cap. We're going to send you out the t-shirt. And then rocks also at that point, once you fill that form in, we're going to put you into a different group, okay? So this group's going to become kind of the holding group for people that are interested, that might have more questions. We're going to create another group for people that are all in, that are basically, for all intents and purposes, coaches, okay? Right. If you decide to become a coach, you're going to join our team. You're going to fill in that form, and then you're going to go into that group. And in that group, we're going to start getting you set up with your Facebook business pages. We're going to start setting up your social media presence, your Instagram accounts. We're going to have everything ready to go so that come launch date, you just basically explode out of the gate. That's kind of our game plan. And
the cool thing is, so what Miguel was saying is that the people who you bring to these events and the people that decide to become coaches with you, we will help you train them. So a lot of the time when we first started, we didn't necessarily know what to do, but over the last 5 years, we figured out exactly what to do. And we don't want you to feel like out by yourself. This is a team effort. We're going to help you get everyone trained just like we're going to train you. So just know that you don't have to know everything as a coach when you first sign up. That's our job to teach you.
Yeah, exactly. So we're pretty fired up on that. So once that form's up, fill it in. We'll get you added to our team pages like you're legitimately coaches. Yeah. We'll treat you like a coach, and that'll get you started today versus October. And we're gonna kick things up a notch. So we're pretty fired up about that.
We are super excited because nobody knows our new team name. You guys are gonna be one of the first people to know it.
You're gonna be the first ones to know our team name. I don't even know what the team name is. I'm just kidding.
Kind of do. Anyways, guys. So make sure next week you tune in to the amazing call that we're going to do for people that you might think want to be coaches, because that is going to enable you to grow much, much faster, and we will have all of the details as much as we know at that point. Before and afters, we'll go into exactly how we run groups, exactly what our day looks like, and how you guys can do it too. And
the last thing I'll say is if we're going to pin this video to the top of the Facebook group, so if you want to watch it at any point, you can go back and watch it. And if you have any questions, just added them in as a comment anytime. Tomorrow you think of a question, Saturday you think of a question, just put it in there, and then we'll make sure we answer it on the next call that we're going to do. So it's go time. We're fired up. We should also tell them the day to get the tickets for the London event. Is July 31st.
July 31st. This event will sell out. Like, it will sell out. And I think that sometimes, maybe you're not sure, maybe you can't get the day off. Buy the ticket. Just buy the ticket, because it will sell out.
Yeah, so
there will be no extra space.
Yeah, so on July 31st, the tickets are going to go on sale for the Shanti event. It's not going to be it should be a couple $100, but Beachbody is going to make it, I think it's going to be either 15 or 20 pounds. Yeah. I don't have the final price on that yet. Yeah. But that's going to be July 31st. We're going to put the link in here. Yeah. So that's going to be in about a week and a half. So I'm just giving you a heads up now so that you know that's coming. And there's only 800 seats available for the workout, okay? So only 800. So first come, first serve.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, like we're gonna try and buy as many as we can, just because we know we'll fill the spots.
Right.
But you can only buy like one at a time. So if you didn't get one, there won't be any additional. So just so you understand, if come August 15th, you're like, ooh, I want to come to that event. I'm fired up. I'm excited. You probably won't be able to. They'll probably be sold out, I would guess, within 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, so. It's pretty, you guys, we know how much you love Shanti. The fact that he's coming, people are just gonna be so excited. I know you guys are all excited too. So, we'll post a link in obviously in the group so that you guys can get first crack at it. It will be something, when you buy concert tickets and you rush and you're trying, you wait for the thing to turn. That's what this will be like. It's very exciting, but it's really disappointing when you don't get them. So. Yeah, we'll make sure we set you up for success as much as possible.
Yeah. What time? So we don't know the time yet. Actually, we're not even supposed to know the date. I probably shouldn't have said that. But I'm just giving you.
But we're giving you a heads up. So we're hoping that they're going to do it at a time that's convenient for you guys, because if they post it while it's 3 a.m. For you, then that
won't be great.
That's not great. So we're gonna try and give them some feedback if we can, and just say, hey, make sure you do it at a great time.
Yeah, so that's coming up. Anyway, so we'll see you guys next week. Look for the forum tomorrow when you wake up.
Thursday's the call, okay, guys?
Okay, we love you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.